Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for Bitcoin. Now, before I get into all the counts and where I think we're at and what we're likely to do, I know there's a lot of fear, doubt, everything like that in crypto where just the slightest movement scares everybody. So what I want to do in that point of view is when that happens is just to zoom out and take a look, guys. We're literally down 12% since the high. That's it. We can look at previous times. We've gotten pullbacks in Bitcoin and then continued up. That's a 20%. That's a 16%. That's a 30%. And you can see we just continue on. So just wanted to show you that literally this drop, if we go from high to low, let me get rid of this. If we go from high to low, literally 18%. Pretty much the exact same thing that happened all through the previous bull market. So just wanted to show you that, just that tiny bit. If we don't get green day after green day, everybody's like, top is in, top is in. I understand we're at a very important area, but realize we are consolidating above that area. As you can see, we've rejected that previous. We've been consolidating above. Let's look at other things. Take a look where we are at our pitchfork, near the high of our pitchfork. So we expect consolidation in this area. Let's take a look at our RSI. No divergence whatsoever. Highest peak right where we're at, which is usually indicative of a third of a third, which is what my current label is. So we just go with our guidelines, third of a third. Look previously, where did we top? Look at all this divergence on the way up. We have none of that. Divergence, divergence, divergence. Massive divergence. So when you see things like this, does the evidence support a top is in? I would argue no, not whatsoever. So anyways, I just wanted to put your mind at ease there a little bit. Doesn't mean a top isn't possibly in. I'd say a top would, if a top was in, it would go against most of our guidelines. So if that's the fact, then we just keep trading with guidelines, right? Until it breaks. That's my whole point. Okay, so we'll get into my count here. I do have two specific ones with an alternative. So I'll explain why I considered this last time that our third wave was in. I now see that as my primary view, that our third wave is in within our third and working on a fourth wave, which should eat up some time here at the all-time high. And then we finally make our fifth of the third. That would be between, it's a pretty wide range, but 77,497, that original target, and we can even push higher than that, and we might hit a 1236 or 1382 on our green target. We'll have to map this out as it happens, but we got quite a wide range right now, but I will map that out once we get a fourth wave confirmed. But as of right now, have us in our fifth wave of a third. Still a ways to go. So looking for a fourth wave correction here, and then we'll probably push for our edge of our pitchfork and then grind sideways for a longer correction similar to this wave 2 in length, and then finally our fifth wave to the upside. Well above 100K is my target currently, well above. I can't give exact targets till those pivots get in, but that's the path I'm looking for. We grind sideways here, move up for our fifth and our third, grind sideways again for quite a long period. Let's see if it were to happen as long as our wave 2, 150 days. So this could last a very long time when it does come. And what's nice about that is that's our massive alt season we're waiting for when it consolidates sideways there. We should get a bit of a rally here, but our big one is over here. That's my thesis. Okay, so we'll talk about these counts on the micro now, just so you know where my head's at. Let's go down to the hourly. So we're looking for a fourth wave in the third. So I've been going over these counts over and over, and I do have some slight differences. So because we came out of this smaller pitchfork, that's why I'm leaning these 5 waves in this third of a third. You can see we've fallen, we spiked above, then we fell below, and now we're drifting sideways. That leads me to believe that this wave to the upside, this entire wave, is complete. That's why I moved my third wave as topped here, looking for a larger fourth and fifth in our third. I do have the alternative that our third actually moves over here if we get some sort of diagonal, and then we reject from there, but that's my alternative. Right now I have the third wave topped. We've made a 3-wave move to the downside since that top, and looking for a series of 3-wave patterns here. I relabeled this as, this is either a expanded flat and this fourth is over here at this low, and then we made a very ugly diagonal, or this is a running triangle and then we made a pretty reasonable diagonal to top in our fifth. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the labeling of our third. So what I'm looking for here now, sorry, this one's mislabeled. Had the wrong one highlighted. That's my alternative. This is my primary. So we're making a larger correction. What I'm looking for is, remember, we're in a fourth wave. So there's a series of things that we can expect. We have 3 waves down. We can get a triangle, consolidate sideways for quite a while. We can make a barrier triangle even. We're unsure because we've started with 3. Remember that. So these are just placeholders. These are just one of the corrections we're expecting. So there's one, a triangle. Alternative, we make a running flat. Come up to our B and X zone, the 1.236 and the 382, between 77,230, 79,448. Then we make our 1-to-1 extension of our A wave. Remember, this can be a WXY as well. And we pop down to our 1-to-1. And then we start our 5th wave. Third option is we come down lower, right? We make our ABC, like I've discussed. This could just be our ABC, and then we come back for another wave and it gets bigger. That's also a possibility. So I pulled from our low to our high. You can see our 236, 382, and the 50. Remember, we're in a 4th wave, so we want to hold above the 50. We can easily pop up ABC, come back down for another one, and make this a larger 3-wave. And then we start to the upside, right? And re-pull all those scenarios. But I think that's unlikely, personally. Reason being, we'd break some major support. So if that were to happen, I'd be a little more concerned that we're coming lower. We really want to hold this low here at 59,005. That's the area where there's a lot of stops there for longs. Obviously, a lot of stops would get run, and we can get spiked down pretty hard. I wouldn't say it's completely unrecoverable, but you can see where our wave 1 overlap is. To complete this as an impulse, it's about 49,000 there at our wave 1. That's about that would be invalidation of our impulse. So we prefer to stay above this pivot. If we happen to come down, I just want a quick move, just similar to this one. Just grab all those stops and then recover very quickly. All right. But these are my biases right now, that we protect this low and we make a sideways consolidation as either a running flat. Remember, we look for running flats in super bullish markets, or a triangle. Remember, we're in a wave 4, so we expect drawn out, a lot of chop. So this is what I'm looking for, guys. And I expect the alts to pick up during this sideways consolidation. We have a lot of alts in our buy zones looking to start trending. And then our big alt season, where we get our larger term third waves, will be over after we make this move, because this consolidation would be a larger fourth wave, right? Where we go for potentially 150 days sideways, stuck in a range. All right, so I've drawn this out for 12 minutes. Sorry, guys. Trying to get all this information across. But remember, we're in a fourth wave looking for either a triangle, running flat, regular flat, 3-wave chop. As you know, when we start with 3, there's too many options available to get confident in any count. But the important thing is we protect this low, 59.05. So there's lots of options to trade in this. I'll probably do some scalps myself once I see some good trade setups. But they'd be very quick, in and out, few hours sort of thing. All right, guys, so that's it for Bitcoin. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.